if you're a black person and you're going to be so insulted by the N-word, just get over it. You mean the words? Oh, did I? Oh my God, my video is going to get banned. Oh no, I actually said the N-word.
There's a difference between people who happen to be vegan and people who fall back on it whenever they're attacked. So like, if you receive criticism and you go, wow, you're saying that because I'm vegan, that's weird. Which is what I'm imagining is going to happen here. Racism is wrong. Ban cruelty, not words. Are you racist? If you're using being a vegan as an excuse to attack people, then there's a problem. And the same way that it would be with Christianity or anything else that people like to weaponize and excuse.
Look at this beautiful child.
Yep.
Beautiful eyes, beautiful smile, beautiful curly hair.
Where are you going with this?
Beautiful skin. Look how adorable she is.
It's a doll, big dog.
What do you think about the idea of banning cruelty, but not words?
Oh, please tell me I'm wrong. Is she going to say it? Is she going to be like, I'm allowed to, as long as there's not a hard R, is what this sounds like. It sounds like she's like, I should be allowed to say it because I'm not saying it with a hard R.
Words right now that are banned, what are they? What are some of the words that you're never allowed to write? And how did we get this way in society? Is banning words a good idea? When does it end? If we say we can't say the N-word,
oh, there it is. Wow.
People ban even saying the N-word, then the N-word becomes the X-N-word.
Here's the thing, right? Is that people, when they generate ideas, typically they've already been thought of, but people, when they generate ideas, they like to think that they're really, really smart. And you could say that I'm the same way. I think that's fine. You're not gonna like come up with an idea here as an old white woman about the N-word that isn't already discussed in some way. This is not your place. This video should have never been made by her.
The N-word that used to be the other N-word. And it never ends. It just goes on and on and on. What about other words? The F word, the C word, the R word, the S word. When does it end when we start banning language? Is it a good idea, really? Or is it better to just reclaim words that have hurt us?
Okay, but none of these words apply to her. This is not her place to speak. Her opinion on this doesn't matter. It's going to annoy the people who have an opinion that matters. I just don't get it. Like, this is so, why? What was the point of this? Did she write it? Did she write the N-word on this? Is that what we're getting at?
Just not let them have any power.
She did a Theo Von. Yep, there it is. Oh my God. There's no way. Like, how? How do you write this out? There's no way you thought this was a good idea.
Does this girl seem to you like she might be naturally intelligent, gorgeous, generous, exemplary, and radiant? She looks like she could be that to me.
That's insane. Never in my life would I consider making something like this. That's wild. Does this little black girl look like she could be a... Spells it out. Oh. And it's so rare that I just don't have something to say. That's a lot. That was a lot. The thing about language is that it progresses alongside society, right? And not only do we sometimes ban words, we lose a lot of them. There are plenty of words that were said 200 years ago that we don't say today, and plenty of words that we're saying now that are not going to be said in 200 years. I hope to God at some point we stop saying skibbity. Sometimes there are words that are then weaponized, and when weaponized, we kind of just... Okay, maybe we don't need that. If you're going to weaponize them, they should probably at some point be banned when they're used against an entire group of people, like slurs. I do think that there's a lot of power in reclaiming them in the same way that I have no issue with black people saying the N-word. Why would I? You shouldn't have an issue with me using any Mexican slurs. I'm very Mexican, but I would never start saying like Asian slurs or like the N-word. Like, that's wild. And I would definitely not write it down. That's a Theo Von bit. We all know the Theo Von bit. Like, he's like, sometimes I got to get it out, so I just write it down.
How'd you feel if you woke up black? Would you be like, wow?
Oh, I would be excited, I think. I'd be excited, see what it feels like to just...
Say nigga.
No, I wouldn't say it. I might write it down. I would write it down.
Text it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so good.
Guess who's here? And then
I
they
can't
say,
believe she pulled a Theo Vaughn. I can't believe she pulled a Theo Vaughn. I might write it down. The issue isn't with words hurting people's feelings. It's with words being weaponized. If you're going to get your feelings hurt, that's an entirely different issue than your people being murdered. Racism, homophobia, and vegans losing their mind, I feel like these are entirely different things. Before we get into the video itself, she is wearing a shirt that says censorship is dangerous. And I think the people who tend to wear things like that, or people who tend to say, oh, you can't censor me, or things shouldn't be censored, fail to like grasp the difference between censoring and moderation. In the same way that if I started just like spouting racisms, I'd probably get banned. That's not censorship. That's moderating your platform on Twitch and YouTube. So people typically, when they're like, oh, censorship is bad, are actually talking about moderation and are actually talking about things that we should be getting rid of. You shouldn't be allowed to say slurs that don't belong to your people. I think it's that simple. You shouldn't go around spouting like transphobia or homophobia. I think that's also fair. I don't know what she's going to get into, but I already feel a little distrustful of the shirt. And I'm going to go ahead and say again, there's nothing wrong with being vegan. That's great. That's a lifestyle you want to choose. That's fantastic. Good for you. Putting it up next to racism and homophobia, probably not the best way to start.
What's going on here on Facebook? And apparently I am a piece of shit and I'm a scumbag and everybody hates my guts. And even vegans, they all hate me.
If you're like out here preaching veganism to the point where even vegans hate you, you're probably a problem.
Should just friggin' just end it right now because the entire world thinks that I'm racist and homophobic and whatever else. Now, what we need to figure out is what the fuck is going on with people? How do people get these ideas in their head? Well, apparently I wrote the N-word, and yes, I did.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say, how do people get this idea that I might be racist? I wrote the N-word down. I didn't say it. Yeah, harder. Like, you shouldn't be saying it at all. At all. You shouldn't be saying it at all. I don't care if it's an A or an ER. You should not be saying it at all unless you're a black person. Like, it's that simple. But she wrote it down. She wrote it down. She was like, hard R. Do you think this little doll is, I do. That's wild, dude. I don't know how people get the idea that I might be racist by a couple of racist things I may have said or did. That's wild.
And I would say it right now if I thought that it would be okay and not get my entire video taken down. So I'm going to play it safe and I'm not going to say it, but we all know.
Wait. Sorry, we just went on a rant about Dr. Phil and Maury. Did she just say that she would say it? I'm going to put a speedrun timer on like whatever video we make next so that people can see us go from like 2 minutes to 40 because we just sit here talking forever.
Apparently I wrote the N-word, and yes, I did. And I would say it right now if I thought that it would be okay and not get my entire video taken down. So I'm going to play it safe and I'm not going to say it, but we all know what I mean. And
there are people in every single group who make everyone else look bad. I don't care what group you're in. There's one person or one minority of the group that makes the rest of the group look bad. There's nothing wrong with people being vegan. The problem is she's a problem and then attaches veganism to everything she does. And then when people criticize her, she goes, oh, you just hate vegans. Oh, you're saying that because I'm vegan. You wouldn't say that if I'm not vegan. Then that's an entirely new issue. Oh, man. You're telling me all of you knew about this woman in 2020? And I didn't, and I just like am now hearing about her for the first time. That's wild. And nobody told me. None of you people told me.
there's nothing wrong with speaking. Censorship is dangerous. No words should be censored. Not one. Not the F word, not the N word, not the C word, not the R word, not the N word, and not what? No, we're going to run out of alphabet letters. It's fucking insane. Obviously, I guess I'm like the only person on the entire planet who thinks this way. But, oh well. This damn hair. Won't be the first time. So, let's navigate this. Let's have a look here what's going on. So,
You're doing
this
great.
group, by the way, you should look at this group.
Wild, dude. Like, I don't think I've ever just not had anything to say before, but what a time we were having.
It's really great. They have, the rule is, I'm pretty sure the rule is that you have to post a picture of food and you can write something on top, and then after that you can write about whatever you want. So if you really have a strong political opinion or you want to say something to this big community of vegans here, you can't just write it unless you post a picture of your food. And have a look. I mean, I don't know about you, but this just makes me hungry. And vegan. So what does Celeste write today? She's the admin, and 4 hours ago, which I don't know by the time
I don't like the way she says admin. She's the admin.
you see this video what time it will be there. But so she writes, fried tofu, yum. Keep in mind that a lot of functioning people may be on the spectrum, and it's good to be kind. Isn't that an interesting thing to write?
Listen, you have to boil that down to be kind to people. Take it as it is said and move on. She may be on the spectrum and is saying, hey, some of us just want you to be nice to us. What is the problem there?
It's cool, eh? Yeah, I like that. Very interesting. See, that statement doesn't really have much to do with the food, but it's like you can say whatever you want. Now, what I love about Celeste, I've actually done an interview with Celeste. I interviewed her because she is, like me, against the circumcision of baby boys. And this is a battle that I've been fighting since.
This is a wild way to just like be introduced to her. We've talked about racism. We've talked about circumcision. We've talked about stalking Chris. Censorship, but that just goes back to the whole racism thing. Technically other things. Like she say the F word, dude. Say it right now. Say it. Say it. Go ahead.
Since I was a nursing student and saw my first circumcision, and I nearly fainted. And
I forgot we were talking about circumcision. That's what a time that we are having. Within the United States, you have two reasons for circumcision. You have cornflakes and you have religion. And none of that is a joke.
nearly absolutely strangled the doctor. I just couldn't believe it. It was clear child abuse. I am completely against it. I think it should be illegal. And thankfully, Celeste, who's an ethical vegan like me, also agrees with me. And guess what? She, like me, writes stuff all over her shirts. So let's have a look at what's going on here.
You think Celeste knows she's being dragged into this? Or she's just minding her business and sees her name somewhere? It's like, oh, I wonder what this is about. Says her name, like, oh, you know what? She's always been like a nice lady to me. Immediately, I should be allowed to say the N-word.
So Celeste made a post, and then she writes, something's going on. There was, I think, some other content here about me that was removed or edited, whatever. But down here, somebody drew my attention to this. It says, she was a terrible advocate for veganism. So they're talking about me.
Not toast. What can I do for you, Mama? Vegannews.press article on her. I never saw her saying anything bad. Her songs might annoy people, but are catchy AF. Even if people were there to make fun of her, they were still thinking about veganism. She got the combo into the mainstream, which is pretty amazing. Ew, that's so gross. Being like, yeah, she said racist stuff, but it got people paying attention.
Brandon, I'm not sure what's going on with Brandon. He used to be a nice guy. I don't know, seems to have lost it recently.
I'm not a bad person for having bad thoughts and doing bad things. You're a bad person for calling me a bad person. And then she says the N-word. Then I wrote it down.
So that vegan teacher is a racist piece of garbage. Okay, so Brandon, who's an ethical vegan, who, you know what? I'm not going to talk about him personally, but I'm just going to say that, you know what I disagree with? Is these specific personal insults. Okay, you can say, I don't agree with her ideas. I don't agree with her statement. I think that she is making vegans look bad. Okay.
You can say I don't agree with her statements, but to call me racist for having racist ideas and wanting to say the N-word, that's too far. It's a wild take to have.
But what is this? Racist piece of garbage. Who would write that? Like, what's the point? And this is from an ethical vegan. So congratulations, Brandon. You have just, done a great job.
Oh, below are screenshots she had with me sometime last year on Facebook, which prompted me and others to cut all interactions with her vile points of view. Oh, she wrote it down. Dude, she wrote it down. She did. She finally did. Look at her. Good for her. She wanted to write it down so bad. The word was aimed for years by despicable racists at some point for having done not one single thing wrong. I would cancel every single dark-skinned person to teach their kids to stand in front of a mirror and say out loud with pride, I'm proud to be smart, beautiful. Oh my God, dude, that isn't. Get it out in the open and to reclaim it here. Let me invent a hashtag for that. Proud to be a smart, beautiful, brave. Here's another one. Reclaim the word. Instead of using precious time to tell me to not use the perfectly okay words, hashtag all lives matter. Of course, she's an all lives matter person that are about peace and love. Please go on TikTok and start making anti-speciesist comments on my posts for young people to see. There are kids there that want to be vegan, but I am unable to help them all when they ask questions about what I eat because I am here defending my name from slander from a community that should be my friends, but who instead are totally misguided and prefer to attack me personally. I want to see her saying being gay is selfish.
Coming out as a vegan animal rights activist, as somebody who cares beyond themselves, is much more special than it is to come out as a member of the LGBTQ community. Coming out as a member of the LGBTQ community is an entirely selfish act.
Hold on. That's what she's trying to say is that in saying, hey, I'm coming out, you're not trying to help anything other than yourself, right? You're saying, hey, this is me. I'm coming out. Cool. Fantastic. Whereas if you're like, hey, I'm a vegan, you're immediately righteous and you're like, oh, I'm helping all these animals. I'm changing the world. That's what she's trying to say, which would also be a stupid thing to say. Some people need to realize that they don't have a point to make and that they're just spewing out words. And those words are probably pretty stupid. And she's one of those people. She's a frequent stepper into places she does not belong or have a voice in is a perfect way to say that. And when she gets into those places, she's not observant. She's not going in going, oh, this is what's going on here. She's walking into a room she was not invited to, screaming that she's the only right person in that room and trying to teach people about who they are and who they should be when she belongs nowhere near any of them. Also, let's talk about coming out as not just something that happens out into the world. Coming out is terrifying. That's not something I'm ever going to have to deal with. I'm straight. I'm just a dude. Coming out as a vegan really doesn't matter. Oh, I'm a vegan. No one's going to turn around and just start beating you. There are plenty of people who have come out to parents who disowned them, hurt them, murdered them. I'm going to go out on a massive limb and say it's probably much less frequent to be attacked physically coming out as vegan as it is coming out.
Job at tearing us all apart, never mind, united we stand, divided we fall. You've just made sure that you just like cut a knife right in between all of us. Tiny minority of vegans, tiny minority of vegan animal rights activists in this world. It's like minuscule. And you just said, you know what, let's just blow that up and let's just show the world all our infighting because this seemed like a good idea to you. Yeah.
You're the one posting videos. What? Okay, hold on. You shouldn't allow people who are problematic people in your space, regardless of how small that space is. You just shouldn't. I don't care. Racism is one of those things. You can't. How many racists is too many racists? Personally, one. I think one is too many. Is that a hot take? Shouldn't be.
Good job. Let's see what else is going on. Hey, while we're writing all this, by the way, nobody's talking about the animals. So let me just interject here and just, be a little voice for them. Because you know what? I just came from the slaughterhouse and I just listened to the voices of the animals, the pigs screaming in agony as they went through the gas chambers. Oh, and then I listened to the cows having a knife stuck in their throat. Oh, and the chickens, just upside down slit as well. Because you know what?
She's so close to calling this a Holocaust.
You know what I heard from them? This is what I heard from them. Fuck you, vegan animal rights activists. Fuck you and thank you so fucking much for talking about all this bullshit that has nothing to do with the animals. And you know what? They know I'm not racist and they know I'm not homophobic and they know that you guys are fucking insane.
Dude, so what is happening?
That's what I think of the animal rights activists right now that are speaking out against me. I think that they are jealous as fuck that I managed to get 1.7 million followers and that is just exactly what happened. There is no other reason for this. Did I say too much? I'm sorry.
You said a lot of words, big dog, but you didn't say anything. No one cares that deeply. Like, go. Just don't be a bad person. Somehow you manage to just like piss even your own people off. You know how hard that is to do? Did I offend some of your feelings? You know what? I tried hard to not say anything to divide us all. But the reality is,
I think that this is
I tried hard not to divide us all. I just a little racism, just a little bit. You know, like you shouldn't divide anyone. You should all just like back me up just a little bit. I didn't say the N-word. I just wrote it down.
absolutely obscene what's going on. These poor animals are the ones that are suffering. Why are you wasting time talking about this instead of talking about the animals? The animals by the billions are being tortured, imprisoned, enslaved, mutilated, kidnapped. Don't believe me? Go and all one word. Oh, let's see. I wonder if Brandon wrote that in his, you know what? No, I don't think he did. What's going on here? There's some kind of things popping up here. Let's have a look. Brandon. Oh my God. Okay, here's something Celeste, she writes. Because poor Celeste, I haven't talked to her in a while.
I never saw her saying anything bad, but all you have to do is click on the article and then go down to the screenshot of what she had to say. Why wouldn't you just do that?
And she's probably wondering, what's going on? Everybody's calling Miss Katie, that vegan teacher, everyone's saying she's racist and homophobic. Well, of course it's normal to go, what? Like, look, if somebody said to me suddenly, Celeste is racist and homophobic, I'd be like, no, she's not. But then if 10 people told me, I'd be like, huh? And then if I read it from 100 different places, everywhere you look on the internet, after a while I'd be like, okay, maybe I missed something. Okay, let me look through her TikToks. 2,800 TikToks. Let me see if oh, sorry, her account's down. I can't check. I said the N-word. No, sorry, I didn't say it.
Dude, this is so dumb. This is so stupid. I don't know how far are we in? We're 7 minutes in.
I wrote it. And I stand by what I wrote. Unless there's something that you're looking at like from years ago that I don't know, but I don't think so. I dare anybody to show me something and have a conversation with me. Okay, put it on the screen and say, here's the thing you said that we think is wrong.
Here's the problem with that exact argument is that if somebody did that, it is up to her to say, well, no, that wasn't racist. You cannot convince someone they're wrong when they're looking at the same information that you are and they're going, no, I'm right. So it doesn't matter whether what she said was racist or not. We could put it up and know that it is. She will not be convinced that it is, which is why I'm going to go ahead and say old white women should not be the one telling you what is and is not racist.
I'll look at it and I'll address it. Let's see if there's anything in this comment section right now. Okay, and let me put it into context for you. Okay, I said that I don't believe in banning language. That's it. That's what I said.
You said a lot more than that.
Racist? Well,
saying that you don't believe in banning language is a weird opinion. Going into it and then being like, writing down the N-word and then saying the N-word. I'm assuming that when you quoted yourself in saying that you told your black students to look in the mirror and say, I'm a beautiful N-word, that you said it because you wrote it down as if you said it. That's when it gets racist. Congrats, you've discovered racism, but you haven't really because you don't know that's what it is. So keep defending yourself.
You're nuts. Did I write a song called I Can't Breathe where I talked about George Floyd? Yes, I did. And did I also talk about animals?
Do that.
Animals who are being tortured in that same song? Yes. Is that an insult to anybody? No, it's not. Go and listen to the song. Actually listen to the actual words, okay? All lives matter to me. Yes, they do. Okay, never mind the hashtag. Listen to the words in that sentence. All lives, okay, matter to me. Okay, all lives matter to me. Okay, they all matter to me. I think everyone's important. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I offend somebody? I don't give a fuck.
You're told not to understand context. You just are. You just are. You just are. You just are. You're told not to understand context.
The reality is I fight for everyone. I fight for the brand new baby boys in this world whose parents think it's a good idea to strap them down, put down all their legs, rip off their diaper, and cut part of their penis off. Yes, that's who I fight for. When George Floyd died...
She described baby boys the way that hedgehogs are taped down during surgery. This is what she described. This is a hedgehog getting an x-ray. She made terrible racist and anti-Semitic comparisons to animal agriculture. She also said incredibly homophobic things. All she added to the mainstream was more crazy vegan stereotypes. Yep, we really shouldn't be commending her for anything. She's actually made veganism look awful as well as being a racist POS. And that's from a different person too. So now you have multiple people all being like, hey, maybe she's not great.
I fucking cried my eyes out because I can't believe what a shitty racist world we have. But apparently...
Yeah,
I'm racist.
racism's about you, dude. You're so right.
When my son brought home a dark-skinned girl, yeah, right, sure. The first thing I thought was, oh no! Oh, fuck you. No, that's not what I thought.
When my son brought home a dark-skinned girl, the first thing I did to make sure she knew I was one of them, that I did not judge her, was I wrote down the N-word.
What I thought was, cool, she looks pretty, she seems nice. Oh, she likes to sing, great. She likes acting, I love her. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? When I was in grade 7, I had a crush on a boy who was dark-skinned. Oh, but I'm racist. You know what the problem is? The world is so bloody upside down. We are headed for a complete disaster because censorship is
Dude, so my chat's behind my camera right now. I'm going to just like lift this real quick and just look at this time we're having. I can't be racist. My son brought home a dark-skinned girl. I wrote down the N-word and put a little heart as a dot in the eye.
It's dangerous. And I want to know if there's anybody out there who's actually sane, and this is what terrifies me, is that actually it seems like nobody on the left is sane anymore. You know, I used to be proud to be associated with the hippies and all the people who cared about the environment and all that because I all thought, wow, these people are all great. Everybody's so open-minded. But the left has lost its mind.
They're not letting me say the N-word anymore. They're not even going to let me write it down. They've lost their mind. I'm not telling you not to. I know.
I 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, I don't know what happened, but gradually I started thinking, okay, this is nuts. You know, I'm all for the pronoun thing. If you want me to, whatever you want me to call you, a pronoun, okay? You want to be he, she, ze, they, whatever, fine, I will call you that. But saying that this is somehow illegal or that we are breaking some sort of law or that this just becomes, no, we're not going there.
What? Where did anyone say that? Where did anyone say? Like, show me someone being like, saying the N-word is illegal.
Freedom of speech.
Oh, it's always
Now I know what you're going to say. How come sometimes your comment section was closed off then on TikTok? Well, I'll tell you why. Because you have the freedom to say whatever you want in your lane over there on your site.
I think the person speaking about issues that have nothing to do with her, and then racism, who also has nothing to do with her, saying you have the freedom of speech to say anything you want in your lane is probably a little stupid.
You make as many videos as you want, say whatever you want. But in my comment section, it's not freedom of speech there. That's not what was going on. What was going on is you're a piece of shit. I hate you. You're ugly. Your nose is too big. Why is your hair gray? Dye it. Dye your hair. Your eyes are too small. You're a piece of shit because you're you're forcing us to be vegan.
So she understands the difference between freedom of speech and like, you know, being mean. But she can't apply that to her saying the words don't belong to her, or why someone may call her saying the N-word racist. Where is this thought lost is what I want to know.
Vegan. Okay, let me read a comments. Okay, is there anybody who's asking an actual question here? Nope. Meat emojis. I love McDonald's. I love to murder animals. You know, on and on and on and on and on.
I will say that I don't like the way that people weaponize. I don't like the way people attack people with the opposite of who they are when they're annoying. So there's like a list of things that I don't make fun of people for. And even if I think you're annoying as a person or you say something to me, in whatever I say back, I'm not gonna make those jokes, right? Like I'm not gonna talk about your body. I don't care how mean you are to me. I'm not going to. I'll find a different thing to say. So when vegans like her are bad people, you can get a lot more creative in insulting her than just like, I love me, I love McDonald's, meat emoji, meat emoji, meat emoji. You should criticize the person that she is. You shouldn't attack vegans as a whole because of the bad people that they may have.
And on and on and on and up further, okay? On and on and on and on and on and on. This far down in my comment section, you know? And that is why I close my comment section. Not because I don't believe in free speech, but because I don't believe that I should open my comment section and that you could come and shit on my living room or kitchen floor. Because that's what it is. And you know what? You know why I leave it open here? Here on YouTube? Because I want people to engage with my material. That's it. One day when I've had enough, I'm going to turn it off. With my new account over on TikTok, it's all open. Thousands of people just shitting on me like crazy. Whatever. You guys do what you want. I can't stop it.
Do these people not realize that if you have thousands of people criticizing you, that you've probably deserved some of it? If you have your own people criticizing you, you've probably deserved some of it. If you have people that you expect to agree with you disagreeing with you, you probably are disagreeable and you probably have said or done something wrong. It's not hard to be like, oh, my bad, G. It's easier to try and defend yourself and double down, but you're an adult. You're an adult. You should be able to be like, oh, was I wrong? Oh, maybe I went too far.
For anybody who's listening to this who actually likes me, and I know there's about 5 of you, maybe there's 10 of you who actually understand me. Okay, you guys, this is for you. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for looking deeper and past all of this insane crap, insanity.
For those of you who like me, thank you for looking past my racism. We can move on together.
Thank you for knowing I'm not racist. The people who've known me for a long time, you know who I am.
Yep. Yeah.
And for you who are watching and wondering what to do going forward, well, every time they knock you down, it's okay to lay down in bed for a day or two. Okay, that's normal. But get the fuck back up. Just get up. And if you don't feel like it, do it anyway. If you are feeling so bad and the entire...
I'm going to go ahead and say, if the worst thing about your life is being called racist on the internet, you probably have a really good life. Not all of your opinions have to be validated, whether or not they're right. Not all of your opinions have to be validated. You can be a bad person in private. Do you need attention? Like, what's going on here?
entire world seems like they're going against you. Hide under your blankets for a while. Meditate, sleep, cry, listen to your favorite music, dance it out, whatever you got to do. But get up. Get up. Don't end up like Robin Williams.
What?
Not going there.
You think Robin Williams got on the internet, was like, wow, everybody thinks I'm racist? That man was sad. Why would you bring him up? Leave him alone. You're nothing like the man. Chill.
All you people who are trying so hard to be vegan, don't give up. If you quit, if you accidentally ate meat, or if you felt forced because of your family or your parents forced you or whatever it is, you're still vegan as long as you keep trying.
Do you think she's eaten meat on video and then been like, well, I'm still vegan because I'm trying? And that's why she's like dropping this justification here?
Animals need us to stick together. I am so sorry for those of you who are getting
she's
bullied
Canadian. Yep,
by
she's
this
very
mass
Canadian.
of people who've lost their minds. The animals need us. The planet needs us. Because of this whole COVID thing, we've forgotten about the earth and the incredible amounts of pollution that are still going on. Remember Greta Thunberg? Yeah, remember her? That young lady who was doing those school strikes? You know, she's still out there. Pay attention to that.
I feel like Greta would not like this woman.
Stop playing your bloody video games. Life is not a video game. There are people suffering in wars right now. There are people whose parents have died. There are children who are alone and hungry and sad and terrified, and the animals too.
Stop playing your bloody video games. There are people out there who are dying. There are children out there who've lost their parents. There are people without food to eat or homes to sleep in. And all I want is to be able to say the N-word without any repercussions. That is all I've gotten out of this video. That is all I've gotten out of this video. That is all I've gotten out of this video.
There are Jewish people who are being attacked. That's not okay. There are black people who are being attacked. That's not okay. There is still sexism going on. That's not okay. There are people being...
she's just like stating things that have nothing to do with anything that she said before. Like, I don't understand what you're trying to get out of this.
Mean to people because they're overweight. That is not okay. None of that is okay. What's happened with the world is they are upside down and backwards right now. Nobody is seeing clearly. Going forward, what your job to do is to look at something that's in writing and look at comments like this and say to yourself, okay, well, where's the evidence that this person here, where is it? Where does it say that she's racist? Did she hit anybody? Did she fire anybody? Did she give somebody in school a lower grade because of the skin color? Did she say, get out of my house? What was it? It was so subtle. How subtle was it? What exactly did I do? Oh, I said that you should reclaim the N-word. I mean it. I mean it.
That is not a novel idea. The problem is that you should not be saying it and also not doubling down on it.
Stop with this bullshit censorship stuff. No censorship.
That
You want to say the F word? Go ahead. You want to say, but don't aim it at somebody. Do you understand the difference? So don't take what I'm saying here out of context. Never call somebody the N-word. That sucks. That's mean. But if you want to say it in a context of describing something, what I said is that I think that this is what I think. This is my personal belief. Okay, you might not agree.
What is your like go-to for when you stub your toe, right? Like, I'm a swearer. I swear. Do you think hers is like a different slur? She stubs her toe and she's like, N-word. Stubs her toe, F-word. Stubs her toe, oh, being vegan is harder than being gay. You think that's her thing?
Let's just say I had a grandchild and that grandchild was dark-skinned. Okay, I'm not saying black because there's all different shades. It's not just the black people that are suffering. There's the indigenous, there's different Mexican people, different Oriental people, whatever you want to call it. I don't even fucking believe in race anyway. I think we're all part of the human race. But if you think that if I had a grandchild, I'm sorry, I have so much to say. If I had a grandchild, let's say, and that child had dark skin, you know what I would say to that child? I'd say,
tell me.
And I stand by this, and this is what I wrote somewhere. I would say to my grandchild, look in the mirror and proudly say, I am a, and then say the N-word.
Say it.
Reclaim the word instead of being all insulted by it. Okay, whatever the word. You want to call me the B word? Thanks, I'll grab that. Okay. You want to call me the C word? Okay, I'll take it. What do you want to call me? Bring it on. Call me anything you want. Okay. Big deal. Stop with the censorship. Somebody wants to call you, if you're a black person and you're going to be so insulted by the N-word, just get over it. Just fucking get over it. Just take it and just say, okay, that's what you want to call me. Whatever. You're a piece of shit, you say to them. If you're trying to insult me on purpose and trying to make it seem like I'm less than, black people are fine. They are normal. They are beautiful. They have as much right to be here as all of us. They have as much right to earn the same income as we do. And for everybody who is mean to them, fuck you. Don't be mean to anybody. How hard is that? I said the F word, which I would say now if I didn't think that this video would get banned, but I said the F word in the context of telling somebody, don't call somebody this name as an insult. It's like you're saying, hey, F word. It's like you're saying, hey, what are you, don't do that because you're trying to make them feel bad. You're trying to make them seem like they're lesser than. Hard to understand about my message here. I'll tell you what it is. You people are just jealous that I had 1.7 million followers, and you're also, the other half of you are vegan phobic. You will try to do anything to discredit me. Go on, go into my history. Go find some stuff that I wrote 5, 10, 15, 100 years ago. You know, maybe you'll find something that maybe I regret. And maybe you'll find something that, I've actually apologized for and grown.
I'm not a good person to talk about this because I think there's an age where you have to have grown already. Like, I think it's way different hearing an 18-year-old say something racist than an 80-year-old. But I don't think there's a difference between an 80-year-old and a 40-year-old or even a 30-year-old. At some point, you cannot have made a mistake and you have to be held accountable for the things that you say. I don't care that from 30 to 35, you grew into an entirely different person. You're an adult. You shouldn't have been that person when you were 30 grow up. I got a new chapstick.
I'm a teacher, but like you, and you, and you, and you, I am in the school of life. We're all learning. And right now, at the age of 56, I believe that censorship is dangerous. That's what I believe. And if you don't agree with me, that's fine. Let's have a discussion about it. You want to call me names?
So there's historical context, right? I wouldn't go back and like delete the N-word from every Mark Twain book. That's done. But consider not saying the N-word now as a person.
What did he call me again? Racist piece of garbage.
It's a nice, much nicer than the things you've said.
Crazy. What am I getting? I'm getting so many texts right now. Okay, let's look here. Let's finish this.
I'm surprised she didn't like show her text and the top name is like George Floyd. You're not racist after she made the song. Dude, how do these people exist?
So Marissa Claire says, she has made terrible racist and anti-Semitic comparisons to animal agriculture. Okay. So you're saying that when I said that what the Jews went through, the horrific discrimination that they went through in the World War II, the fact that they were put into gas chambers, this horrific thing that we did to them. Let me repeat it, okay? It was terrible what they did to the Jews, okay? What was put into gas chambers, this horrific thing that we did to them.
She said we. I'm going to go ahead and say my people did not do that. You stop. Your people, sure. Absolutely. My people were not involved. You keep that to yourself.
Let me repeat it, okay? It was terrible what they did to the Jews, okay? What? No. I didn't say it was good. Let me repeat, you're not listening, okay? It is terrible what they did to the Jews. It was wrong. It was immoral. There were not enough good people to speak out at the time and say, that's not good. No. You're not putting them in the struggle. No. You're not going to take them away. Where the fuck was everybody? You know why the world's in a mess? Because good people are quiet.
She's doing this thing where she attacks the part of the argument that she knows she's right in. The Holocaust was bad. That's right. The argument here is she compared it to animal agriculture. So is she going to talk about that? In smaller situations, like her own group chat here, the good people are the ones criticizing her. And as a good person who's active in a community like this, you should probably speak up against the bad people within it.
So roll up your sleeves and be brave and speak out for the defenseless. What I said.
Also, I hate this. I hate this argument. I think everybody has like this sort of savior complex where we all think that if we got put back in time, we'd be the change. Oh, if you put me, I would have never let that happen. I'm going to go ahead and say none of us are that special, including her, including me.
I probably can't even say the word here. Maybe that's bad too. The H word, you know, ends with the syllable cost. Okay, that word, H word. Okay, know what I'm talking about? Okay, that was terrible. And yes, I believe I should be allowed to say the word. And yes, the animals are going through it right now.
Okay, that's where it is.
It never ended for them. Never ended for them.
You can absolutely speak about animals and animals needing to be treated better without comparing them to the Holocaust. You can absolutely separate those two things.
They are forcefully bred, enslaved.
It would be entirely different if anything she had to say had to do with any of her own people, right? It would be entirely different of her to be like, as someone who went through this, it's what I'm seeing. As someone whose parents went through this, it's what I'm seeing. Rather than, let me just take this atrocity that people don't really want to have to remember and compare it to what's happening now to animals. If she believes that animals and people are like the same level of importance, I'm not going to tell her that she's wrong. But it doesn't help anyone to compare their situation or the situation of animals to the Holocaust. In the same way that the MAGA Republicans do the same thing now, right? I don't care if you're talking about people or you're talking about animals. Unless it's another Holocaust, don't compare it to the Holocaust. That's weird. That's not your place.
How are they different? You tell me what the animals are going through right now. First, watchdominion.com. Watchdominion.com, all one word. You tell me, how is it that the animals are being treated any different than the Jews? And making a comparison does not mean that I am anti-Semitic. It means that I am the opposite of that. I am trying to tell you that the animals should not be treated badly, and nor should the Jewish people or whoever else.
Does she understand that comparisons go both ways? If you are to say that one thing is another, that's to say that the second thing is the first, right? And I will say, I understand how comparing an attempted genocide of Jewish people to the slaughtering of animals may seem anti-Semitic. Just may seem anti-Semitic just a little bit. I get it. Yeah, maybe don't say that. Maybe that's just not the hill you want to die on, dude.
I don't even know what a Jewish person is. What the hell do they look like? What does that mean even? Humans! Guys, we're all humans.
We're back to this. I don't see color.
Don't put people in gas chambers.
Right?
Don't be mean to people.
Okay.
Don't put numbers on them or ear tags with numbers on them.
No one's disagreeing with you that the Holocaust is bad, bro.
Here's what they do to baby pigs when they're born. Oh, you're a baby pig. Oh, you're so adorable. Oh, there's some videos where you're like all pink and running around in people's apartments, on white rugs and playing. Oh.
And also, no one's telling you not to be upset about the way that animals are treated. You're being asked not to compare it to a whole genocide. I don't think you need a genocide of people as an example to get your point across.
I see that strapping down a baby boy and mutilating his penis is no different than strapping down a baby pig and, where's the pig? Here's the pig. Taking out his
Actually, I think
testicles.
that was a boy.
It's despicable what we humans do. We are a disgusting race. We are horrific. We are horrific to one another. We are horrific to the environment, and we are horrific to the animals.
If she made that last point without anything else, okay, that's an opinion, and I'm going to let you have your opinion. So if she says, as a human race, we are bad people. We're bad to each other. We're bad to animals. We're bad. I would nod my head. Yeah, I would absolutely nod my head and be like, yeah, you're right. But to compare the plight of anything and anyone to the Holocaust without it being a Holocaust is gross. To consistently bring up circumcision is like, I just don't see the point she's trying to make there, I guess. Also, I don't know who she is in terms of what she does with any of this. In one of the other videos, she starts it off by going, subscribe to me so that I can help make these changes. Are you using the ad revenue to do anything with it, or are you just complaining on the internet for attention? There's an entirely different thing there.
You need to be vegan. And all you vegans, you need to wake the fuck up and keep the focus on the animals. Why all this drama? Insanity. Let's see. Okay, so she writes, she made a terrible racist and anti-Semitic comparisons to animal agriculture. She also said incredibly homophobic things. Oh, what are they, those homophobic things? I'm bisexual. What did I say?
I'm going to go ahead and say that the whole coming out as a vegan is a lot harder than coming out as LGBTQ, maybe a little homophobic.
Oh, was that 20 years ago when I said,
nope, it was on TikTok, so probably not 20 years ago.
gay people should have the right to marry? Was that the thing that's homophobic? Because to me, it seems like that's the opposite of homophobic. But, hey, it's a backward world now, right? So what do I know? She added to the...
Oh, great point. Yes. She said coming out as gay was selfish, which you can absolutely argue that she just meant it doesn't affect other people in the way that when you're a vegan, you're helping people and you're helping animals. But that was what she said. She was coming out. What she said was coming out as a vegan is harder than coming out as LGBTQ. Coming out as LGBTQ is an entirely selfish act. What she meant was coming out as a vegan is you trying to help the world and animals and other people. But that's such a dumb thing to say. I just don't understand how these people talk and just want to be taken seriously.
mainstream. Well, all she added to the mainstream was more crazy vegan stereotypes. That's right. That's right. I'm a crazy vegan stereotype. Why? I don't know. What? My hair? My glasses? What?
What about your hair or your glasses?
The fact that I say that animals should not be exploited?
No, the fact that you say the N-word and a bunch of other slurs, but sure.
Is that a problem? Because you know who I think is the crazy vegans? All of you vegans who don't speak out, who don't defend each other. It's insanity. When I was attacked by carnists, you know, speciesist, cruel people who were telling lies about me, who made up all of these lies about me, where the hell were you guys to say, excuse me, that's not okay? You were all just like, oh no, let's just see what happens to her. I'm just going to sit here and eat my tofu. Oh my God, what's going on with that vegan teacher? Oh no, I don't want to get involved. And meanwhile, I was like, hey guys, let's go and save some.
When you were being criticized for the dumb things you said, it is not the job of anyone else who may also disagree with you to protect you. Like, that's a dumb thing to say. Like, I'm going to be racist and homophobic and a problem, and you're not going to defend me? Oh, you're a bad vegan then.
Animals. Let's talk about how the animals are suffering. And you guys are all like, oh no, sorry, I don't want to go on TikTok. No. Oh no, just want to stay in my little vegan circle stay in my little bubble, in my little echo chamber, where I can just be a big fish in this tiny little pond. Meanwhile, I said, you know what? I'm going to the ocean, guys. Come on, let's go swim out there in the whole world of TikTok, where we can reach millions of people with our vegan message and where we can speak.
Again, she's not a messiah. She's not a savior. She's not righteous. She's not doing the right thing the wrong way. She's just annoying. Surprise, people don't like when you're annoying.
On behalf of the animals, where were all of the vegan animal rights activists? Oh no, I just want to stay on Facebook with my 100 friends and keep posting my recipes over and over again. Because I feel so good. I'm getting so many hearts and likes on my posts. You know what's happening, guys? If you are getting too many hearts and likes on your post, you're doing it wrong. Get the fuck out of there. If you are not
If people agree with you, you're wrong. Is a wild take.
on the verge of losing it, it means you're not working hard enough for the animals. All right? That's what I think. You have to always think about them. It's not about your comfort. Mm-hmm. It's not about you and your little, vegan potlucks and all that. It's not. It's about speaking up on their behalf as often as you can, shining a light on their incredible suffering.
You go, girl.
Yeah. Stay on the edge. See how far you can push it. If your account is not this far from getting taken down, you're not doing it right. You're not fighting hard enough. If your comment section is filled with things that are all about praising you, you're doing it wrong. Hello? No, get the fuck out of there. Go and fight where the people are eating meat and steak and riding horses and stealing honey from bees and wearing wool. Go out there. Go out there. Go close to the suffering and help. Okay. So, wait. Okay, where were you? Okay, crazy vegan stereotype. So, somebody writes, I'd seriously suggest looking into her controversies. Okay, Marissa, where would you like Celeste exactly to look? Why didn't you list the quotes and the terrible things? Where are the videos posted of these terrible things that I've done? So,
no. You go up. The very first part of this comment section is the dude listing the article that has a screenshot of what you said.
We really shouldn't be commending her for anything. She's actually made veganism look awful, as well as being a piece of shit. Okay, and how did I do that exactly? Oh, I was singing on TikTok.
Scroll up. No. Scroll up.
Oh,
they put it there.
Too. I'm sorry. I wore shirts like this, or that said defend animals, or that said Happy Vegan Declaration Day, or that said let's be vegan from now on. Is that what made me a piece of shit? Is that it? Yeah. Let's keep looking. Marissa says, really uncomfortable if she is a mod in this group and okay with someone being so hateful. Makes this group as a whole look really bad.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know what they're talking about. I'm not a moderator in this group. Now, poor Celeste, okay? She says, okay, I'll look into it. Which is a normal thing to say. Because whenever you see that something is happening,
But also there were screenshots posted up, so I don't know what you're trying to look into.
you must look into it. She doesn't know me well enough, I interviewed her, I think it was before COVID and all that. And it was a great talk. I interviewed her about circumcision and veganism. So it's normal. Celeste might be thinking to herself, okay, maybe that vegan teacher did go off the deep end. I'll check into it. But let's keep reading. I haven't been on TikTok, but have been friends with her on Facebook for years and never saw anything bad. That's true. Thank you, Celeste, for writing that, because it's true. I think I disagreed with her about weed.
Why is that funny?
There's this thing that went around TikTok, okay? I sang this song, what was I saying? Plants don't feel pain. Oh, yeah. Plants don't feel pain. They don't have a brain. They don't have a nervous system. So it's okay to bite into them. And kids were taking that. Plants don't feel pain. And then they were slicing it. They were filling in the rest of this lady's on cocaine or something like that. Sorry, I started singing really low. But you know what I mean? They were saying, I'm on cocaine. Okay, so they were using that because I'm saying that plants don't feel pain. They don't have a brain, and it's okay to eat vegetables. And like, I think that video had 5 million views. An insane amount of people. And yeah, people think that I'm on cocaine, and yet I never do drugs. And so about weed here.
That took a ride.
Okay, I don't think that we should be smoking weed. I just don't. I don't think that we should be altering our mind. I think our society's messed up enough as it is. If anything, we need to be a hell of a lot more sober. We need to get off the video games, and instead of trying to fight insane battles that are make-believe over there, we need to actually teach our young people to actually look at the news and try to help.
I've never done any drugs, never smoked anything. The only time I ever had alcohol was at church when I was 8. Never again. But I don't really have anything against pot. I know a lot of people who smoke or who take edibles just because they want to chill out. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think having a clear mind and being smart is a really easy way to be sad. Not everyone wants to be sad. Some of us are only good at writing when we're sad. So that's who we're going to be for the rest of our lives. But like everyone else, like go smoke pot, dude. Chill out. Eat some Doritos. I love Doritos.
We need kids to see the animals dying so that they will change the world.
I don't think we need to do that to children. Toast, stop. I'm going to go ahead and say we probably don't need to do that to kids.
Now, I can just see you guys taking that completely out of context. When I say that, I mean that we should not see the animals dying. They should not be dying. But if we're going to be feeding animals to kids, and we're afraid to take them to where they're slaughtered, and we just want to take them apple picking, something's wrong with that. If we're going to take our kids apple picking to see where their food comes from, then yes, we should also be taking them to slaughterhouses. Or how about we just don't have slaughterhouses?
These are the people that are like, oh, I don't want my kids to sing drag, but I do want them to see a bunch of animals being slaughtered.
How about we just take them to see where their tofu lentils are made, huh? Censorship is dangerous. Don't lie to kids. Don't lie to people. Let's see what's going on. I'll look into it. I haven't seen her. Weed. Other than that, I've only seen her speaking up for the animals. Mm-hmm. People call me anti-Semitic for believing that all beings should have the right not to have their genitals. Oh my God.
Okay. Fantastic. Congratulations. That's where we're going.
Anti-Semitic for believing that all beings should have the right not to have their genitals sacrificed, and racist for having white dreads. I don't even have. So I'd wonder of the context of the base of these accusations.
I thought that was going somewhere else. We're back to the circumcision thing. Okay. Good God.
Celeste? You get me. I got you, girl. I know exactly what you mean. So now Marissa puts this thing here like, oh my God, Celeste, what you just said just makes no sense. My eyes are just like, what did you just say? What? You're against circumcision? What? Oh, what's going on? God. Where's a wall I need to bang my head against? What else do we got? Right, and I have too many close friends in here of color and gay. Okay, what's that have to do with anything? Somebody else writes to Celeste, I'm also friends with her and have never seen any of the things people claim about her.
Again,
Jake,
there's a screenshot at the top of this.
Exactly.
That's wild. I'm also friends with her. Jake, I don't even know you. But thanks.
You press like on that. Can I press like on this? Oh yeah, I can do it. I say I'm not that used to computer. I'm not sure how much I can write. Okay, Celeste to Jake. It seems like people are really twisting her satire and commentary to negate from the vegan message. Oh, let's press like on that too. Mm-hmm. All right, now. All right, so
please,
here Brandon said.
That is super blurry, so please click on that. I'm going to move my camera real quick. Does anyone want to read out loud? Vegan food artist at what? Vegan food artist at what broke vegans eat? Foreskin fairy warrior at bloodstained men and their friends. And boss at galaxy girl.
Says, no, she's a racist asshole. Let's see if we can click on this thing. Can we?
Please do.
Oh, yes. Okay. So here's something that I wrote. Here's something that I wrote. And this, I'm not sure when this was, but I think it was before COVID or something. We were having a discussion around the time that George Floyd died or something like that. Can I make this big? Can you guys? Oh, yeah. Can you see that? Okay. Those of you who are easily offended, walk away. Okay. But this is what I wrote. And let's see if I do remember kind of this thing in general, but I haven't read the bottom of it. Okay. Let's see. I'm guessing that there are words that are already censored because they hurt others. The N-word, the C-word. I don't see you trying to reclaim them. Okay, so this is what somebody wrote, right? Jeanette wrote. And this is my response. Here's my response. Number one, you mean the words... Oh, did I... Oh, my God, my video is going to get banned. Oh, no, I actually said the N-word. Are those the words you think I am not reclaiming? If so, you don't know me well enough. I have no problem using any words... I
just can't, dude. Oh my God, dude.
You mean the words... Oh, did I just... Oh my God, my video is going to get banned. Oh no, I actually said the N-word.
I am more likely than not muting it at this point for the video, but I do want you to know that she did full on say it. And again, I'm not surprised, and this isn't a new racism from her. The fact that she is so willing to say, yeah, I say it, and I'm going to keep saying it, is already a problem. There's an old white woman who has absolutely no place in this world saying it.
Are those the words you think I am not reclaiming? If so, you don't know me well enough.
Also,
I have no problem...
You don't have any claim to that word. So like, what do you mean? I'm not reclaiming the N-word from my people. I want to own you and say it at you.
Using any words at the appropriate time, and I believe in reclaiming all the words that were stolen by cruel, abusive individuals. I do not, however, see those two words as the same. The word C-word is an insult aimed specifically...
We'll say the N-word, won't say the C-word. Okay.
...at a woman who has displeased another person. It's used similarly to how we say, she's a bitch, an asshole, she's a C-word. When one is upset with another individual for a behavior.
Over, under, is she about to say it again?
When one is upset with another individual for a behavior. The N-word was aimed for years by despicable racists. Okay, what did I call them? Despicable racists.
You're
so what
one
did
of
I
them.
say? People that use the word aimed at somebody else, they are despicable racists. Okay, let me just repeat that, okay? Because I know you guys hear the opposite. Okay, so what I'm saying is that if you...
No, I'm not saying anything wrong. You're hearing it wrong. No. You're just misinterpreting what I'm saying. You're being asked to just not say these things. Again, you have no place here. So let it go.
You call somebody the N-word, you are a despicable racist.
And I got to tell you, dude, the moderator, the white woman up there that goes, I don't see anything wrong with what she said. Not a big fan of white women telling other white women what they're saying isn't racist. Who does that help? Consider asking someone who's not white whether or not something is racist. And then listening to them. That's the hard part for them.
Do it. Until we have time, and the dark-skinned people have time to reclaim the word, which they should do. I don't know how to tell you guys this, but I've been thinking about this. You're totally going to misunderstand this. But maybe there's a couple of you that have more than 2 brain cells to rub together. Maybe you'll understand this. But what I think that they should do, okay, if I was part of the dark-skinned community, what I would do is I would take this word, and what I would do with it is I would use it as an acronym. And I can't remember what I came up with once, but it was something like nice, intelligent, gorgeous, great. What did I say? Energetic.
Energetic.
Something. I don't know what it was with R. I think I ran out of. I couldn't figure out what to use for R, but like it should be used to stand for something that's beautiful. So if
it would be so fun. I listen, dude. I'd be on her side. She would completely turn me if she used the R word for R. That's comedy. At that point, she's doing a great job.
Turn it around. So if somebody calls somebody the N-word, it should be. Oh, so you're saying that I'm nice, intelligent, great, whatever I said.
This is the argument of a first grader. Oh, thank you, but what am I? Oh, no, I'm not. But like, whoa, you think I'm a nerd? That's actually like a compliment because you think I'm smart.
Yeah, do you guys understand what I'm trying to say? Okay, let me just try and explain it again because I know that half of you just like are eating popcorn and you just like didn't pay attention. Okay, woohoo, class, pay attention. Okay, now what I'm saying is I think the N-word, it should be reclaimed by dark-skinned people. They should start to use it with each other.
Also, this is one of the times where like earlier she was like, I'm going to say dark skin because there are more dark-skinned people than just black people. This is a time when you could just say black people. The N-word is theirs and you should probably you could say that. You're not going to have a bunch of like South Asian people being like, no, we want to be able to say it too.
And everybody else should be starting to use it and change it around. Instead of making it an insult, make it a compliment. So how do you do that? Is you start using it as an acronym. Okay, so you guys tell me. I need a pen and paper. So like, I don't have anything here. Where's my pad? All I have is a Kleenex to write on. That's not going to help. Okay, hold on. So let's see. Let's talk about this together. Okay, so we have the N-word. N. Of course the marker doesn't work.
She's going to write it down again, dude.
When I try to write it. Okay. So N-I-G-G-E-R. Okay. So I said that N should be nice. Okay. So N stands for nice. I stands for intelligent. I need another marker. Intelligent. Okay. You guys do this too at home. Okay. So just write it down or in your head. Okay. So what should the B stand for?
Don't do it too.
Gorgeous. Great. What did I say the E was? Energetic or something, yeah. Or enthusiastic, or you decide. Okay, we're gonna we'll find something. And what should the R stand for? Think of something good. I know there's not that many R words, but the point is, take the word.
There is one R word you've been arguing that you should be allowed to say. There's an R word you've been arguing you should be allowed to say this entire last hour. 38 minutes, I guess, 2.5 hours of stream time. Say it. You want to say it so bad, dude? Say it.
Reclaim it as being a great thing. Okay, so here's my cute little doll who I just think is absolutely sweet. Look at her. Okay, look how cute she is. So we should be able, this is my suggestion to the dark-skinned community. And oh my God, I can just see the attacks now. But this is what I think. I don't believe in censorship. You don't like my idea? Don't.
Nobody's asking for this woman's opinion. It is not an attack to be like, hey, don't tell people how to do something. Nobody asked you, dude. Your opinion doesn't matter that much. You're not that smart. This wouldn't help anyone. We're not children.
Call me a racist, whatever the heck it is. Instead, talk about the idea. Tell me, why is it a wrong idea? Why is it a
I am so curious as to what D'Angelo Wallace had to say about any of this.
Bad idea for you guys to take the N-word and reclaim it. Use it as an acronym. Make it something beautiful. All of these censored words, just change them around. Okay. So, I don't know what we could use for the R. Radiant. Oh, radiant. Remember that? Remember that in Charlotte's Web?
No, I never read.
Remember the spider Charlotte? She wrote radiant. Radiant. I like it. Radiant. Okay? So, something better than E. E shouldn't be for energetic, because energetic, maybe you're not energetic, but you're still all these wonderful things. What should E be? Excellent? I don't know. You guys figure it out. Okay, so what we have.
Listen, dude, I got a lot of jokes. I'm not short of things to say. It's just not the place to say them. I'm not here to be funny alongside her. She's not funny. She's a problem. Yeah. Why? Why would you ever think this is a good idea? What part of you can look at this objectively and be like, I'm going to help the blacks today. I'm going to show them how to reclaim the word. And then she says it. I'm not going to. And then you can't tell her she's wrong because that's an attack. Watch everybody attack me.
The N-word. We're going to reclaim it to mean somebody who is nice, intelligent, gorgeous, great. E, I don't know. And what's an E word that's good? You guys can think of one.
I have such good ones. I need you to know, eye contact, that I have such great E words right now. But that's not the point of this.
Stands for radiant, okay? So now, when somebody calls this little girl the N-word, she says, oh, you mean that I'm nice, intelligent, gorgeous, great, energetic, and radiant? Thank you for the compliment.
That's what children do. That's what Soya said earlier. When Soya said, a bitch is a female dog. Female dogs bark. Bark is on trees. Trees are nature. Nature is beautiful. So thanks for the compliment. We're not children.
That's what we should be teaching our kids. Don't let words hurt you. Find a way to work past this so we don't censor things. Censorship is dangerous. Constantly playing the victim. I'm the victim. I'm the victim.
Oh my God.
It's not helping anybody. We're here now. By the way, I just saw this. Don't forget to...
Don't let words hurt you. Lady having a meltdown because she got called racist and homophobic. Yes, exactly. Racist? Why, thank you. I am radiant, amazing, caring, interesting, stunning, and terrific. Good bit. Great work. Fantastic.
What did I say? Shouldn't be mean. We shouldn't discriminate. Got it? Okay?
And we do that by saying the N-word together.
I would counsel every dark-skinned person, this is what I said, to teach their kids to Stop.
Yeah, but why are you counseling anyone?
I would counsel every dark-skinned person to teach their kids to stand in front of the mirror and say out loud with pride, I am proud to be a smart, beautiful, brave N-word, which stands for nice, intelligent, gorgeous, great, energetic, radiant human. Okay, that's what it stands for. Get it out in the open and that's where it ends. So yeah, I wrote that. I typed that. Those are my words. Yes, I stand by them. And I have to go because people are trying to call me. So thanks for listening. Thanks for the 5 people who understand me and believe actually that I'm not racist. And homophobia, well, that's just absolute insanity. I fought for the rights of gay and lesbian people for as long as I can remember. I knew I was bisexual when I was 5 years old and had a crush in kindergarten on a little girl named Natalie. And then in grade 4, I had a crush on a guy.
Being gay doesn't excuse you of being homophobic, and that's not a new idea. We all understand that, in the same way that being black doesn't excuse you from possibly not liking other black people. Being Mexican doesn't mean you can't be racist. There are plenty of things that you can be despite who you are. If you're going to make homophobic comments, it doesn't matter that you're also gay. If you're going to make racist comments, you happen to be an old white woman, so it's easy to be racist. Racist comments? Racist. So I don't know what she's trying to I don't know who she's trying to prove a point to.
I named Pierre. And I was always like that my whole life. But I've always been in monogamous relationships. So don't get me started don't start to wonder what the hell's going on because frankly, it's none of your damn business.
I don't think anyone cares.
And by the way, I should not have to be a part of the community in order to be able to talk about it. I shouldn't have to be part of the LGBTQ community to have an opinion. You don't have to be a black person to have an opinion. You don't have to be an indigenous person.
You don't have to be a non-white person to have an opinion on racism, but your opinion should be racism is bad and end there. Your opinion doesn't stretch out to this is how I think black people should handle the N-word.
Or a woman to speak on behalf of women. You don't. You can speak on behalf of humans. We can empathize. You don't have to be an animal to speak out on behalf of animals. Animals are over there, hidden out of your view, in terrible factories, crammed together. Mother pigs in a stall so tight that they can't even turn around until their babies are born. And then they can't even see their babies. It is disgusting. The animals are living a Holocaust right now. And we are wasting our time talking about this bullshit. No offense to the bulls. Or their shit. You know what I mean.
Does she think she's so funny?
Subscribe. Oh, there's 6 people now.
Okay, maybe if you're going to subscribe to one of us, consider subscribing to me.
All 6 people love me. Thank you for that. Really appreciate that. The person in the back. Oh, God help me. I don't believe in God. But hey, by the way, don't forget, change your religion every day.
What a time we're having.
Change your religion like you change your underwear. Change your religion. Show God that you really care. Change your religion. Why not try something new? Use your critical thinking skills to question all you eat, drink, buy, think, say, and do. Woo-hoo-hoo. Do it. Change your religion. Try different religions. Stop being stuck in the same mindset every day. Go out there and learn something and be open. I'm going now. I'm going to return some phone calls. Be kind to yourselves, though, seriously. This is how I want to end it. Listen. Listen carefully. Brandon, if you're listening, man, just stop. Okay, all you haters, all the people who hate, just stop. Love is the answer. Unite. We have the common enemy, and those are the people that are hurting the animals. And those of you who have cats and dogs, look at them tonight. Okay? Put your hand on their delicate, beautiful heads, and as you're touching them, I want you to imagine the lives of these innocent animals that you're going to eat tomorrow and become vegan. We have no right to hurt any animals. We just don't. And you know it. We need a vegan.
Again, there's nothing wrong with being a vegan. If that's a choice you want to make, that's fantastic. You shouldn't weaponize. You shouldn't somehow lead veganism into weaponizing racism, the Holocaust, being anti-Semitic, and then just not realizing that's what you're doing. Chill.
Vegan world. And it's not good enough for you to just be vegan. You must be an animal rights activist. Everyone. That is the moral baseline. Not just being vegan, but speaking out. Everyone watching who's vegan, get your YouTube channels going. Do what I do. Even if it's 1 minute of yourself holding your camera up like this. Oh, it's kind of greenish. I can't see because of the green screen. Try it this way. No, that's not good either. Anyways, you know what I mean. Hold your camera up. Film yourself. Say, hi, I'm vegan. This is what I eat. Show your food. Or just say, I'm vegan because I don't want to hurt the animals. Whatever. I don't care what you do. Show your shirt. Or just, if you're nervous, say, I'm really nervous. This is my first video. I don't really know what to say. I just know I want to help the animals. And Miss Katie told me I should make a video. Okay, do it. Every day.
I'm vegan because Miss Katie says we're allowed to say the N-word. That's wild.
Everyone watching who's an animal rights activist, get your YouTube channels going and get on TikTok and start supporting each other. Start duetting each other. All of you. Stop this. Look, this is a Facebook group for vegans. And all you're doing is bitching in there. And meanwhile, the animals are dying. Baby cows are being ripped away from their mothers.
Bro, you're doing the same thing. You're doing the same thing on camera. Like, none of what you do helps anyone or anything. You're just sitting here complaining about people not being nice to you because you're racist. Congratulations, you're a bad person.
They're being murdered and turned into veal. Mother cows are being forcefully impregnated against their will, and their babies are being taken away, and they have machines stuck on them. They are being abused. They are in a fucking Holocaust right now. We need to stop it. Okay. So I don't really believe in God, okay? But I'm going to say a prayer anyway, just in case I'm wrong. You guys ready? Let's do it together. Let's get ready. Fix our hair, you know, in case God's watching.
I have nothing.
Put our
I have
hands like
no-
Okay, close our eyes and we're going to say a prayer together. Come on. Just do it. This, like this. Okay. Emily, good job. Wilbur, nice. All right, ready? Repeat after me, okay? Dear God, you are also Mother Nature. You are also Mother Nature.
Dear God, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. I left my son, my pager, and my whole point at the bottom. I sent 2 letters back in autumn. You must not have got 'em. There probably was a problem at the post office or something. Sometimes I scribble addresses too sloppy when I jot 'em. Anyways, let me say the N-word. What's the problem?
We ask of you that you help us to create a vegan world, as soon as possible.
She's repeating herself like if there's a God, he can't hear her the first time. Or he's like writing it down. Like, all right, slow down. Can you repeat that?
We ask your help to unite all vegan animal rights activists. From this day forward. Amen. See you in the next video. Love you guys.
That's insane.
I know
dude.
you're trying.
And no, I have nothing. Like I have nothing. No, I'm just gonna go straight into it, I guess.